Okay, let me show you a couple of 5-way super switches. So I've got one that's already installed. This is the standard super switch, 5-way super switch. Don't know where I got it, probably from an eBay seller. This is the one that typically is a tight fit or a no fit in a Tele control cavity. So if I measure this with calipers, kind of get in there and get the full width of it with the terminals and the bushing and the center, the whole deal, it comes out. I don't think that that's going to focus on there, but let's, just for fun, let's see. It's about 0.85 inches. And I think at one point I did this and it was almost as much as 0.9. But yeah, let's call it 0.85. Okay, so now let me show you the Stewart-MacDonald version of the 5-way super switch. This is what they're selling on their website. What they've done, which is kind of interesting, is on their switch, it's hard to see now because I can't show you that one without pulling it out of there. They've flipped the wafers around. So you can see this. You can see that the terminals here are facing away from, you know, the frame of the switch, if you will. On this one, they're facing toward it. And if you look at the rest of it, the configuration, the contacts and the wiper and all of that is on the inside on these. And on the standard one, they're on the outside, if you will. So they've flipped those around, and it is a little bit, the spacers are a little bit smaller than the standard, so they've tightened that up a little bit. But they've kind of, by flipping it around, they've compressed the whole thing. And when you measure this, then, the full width of it, you get about 0.75, 0.76 inches. Probably should be doing this in millimeters as well. Let's call that just a little over 19 millimeters, 19.3, not quite 19 and a half. Versus if I've got 0.85 inches, that's just under 22 millimeters. More than 21 and a half. So that's that. Then this is the narrow super switch that Tone Shapers sells. This is actually a little cheaper at this point in time than the Stewart-MacDonald. So if you just needed one of these and that's the only thing you were going to buy, I would say get the Tone Shapers. If you've got other things to purchase from Stewart-MacDonald and you can save a little money on shipping, this might be worth it to spend I think, off the top of my head, I want to say that's about it's $4 or $5 more expensive than what Tone Shapers is. This is actually a pretty good deal, $17.99 at this point in time. Everything else is similar. The feel of it, the construction of it, they've just, now they're back to, the wafers go the same way as the standard, but the spacers and obviously the center, kind of the axle, if you will, is considerably narrower than the standard switch. This guy measures out about 0.61 inches. So it's a considerable difference, which is about 15 and a half millimeters. So that's considerably narrower than these others. The rest of it's the same. The top mounting, try to get that in there, the top mounting bracket is the same width. I'm going to just check this quickly. Yeah, 0.05 to 0.06 inches or somewhere in that area. So the rest of it's the same. So those are the three switches. You've got 0.85 for the standard, 0.75, 0.76 for the Stewart-MacDonald, and 0.61 for the Tone Shapers.